So in this presentation, we are going to learn how the energy is conserved in LC oscillations. First, you should know what is LC circuit. Later, I will explain what is LC oscillations. Here, one capacitor, one inductor, both are connected in parallel connection. Here, when the capacitor is fully charged with the help of DC power supply, the capacitor in which the electrostatic potential energy will be stored up. What kind of energy will be stored up? Electrostatic potential energy will be stored up. The electrostatic potential energy stored up in the capacitor, later that will be transferred to the inductor. After gaining the energy, here the same energy what is transferred from capacitor, that one will be stored up in the form of electromagnetic potential energy. By the time the capacitor will be losing all the charges. So here the electrostatic potential energy is converted into electromagnetic potential energy in the inductor. Later what happens? The electromagnetic potential energy stored up in the inductor will be given back to the capacitor. Again capacitor will be fully charged. Again the electromagnetic potential energy will be converted into electrostatic potential energy. So alternatively what will happen? The energy will be transferred from capacitor to inductor, inductor to capacitor. So this kind of exchange of energy that takes place among the capacitor and the inductor. So when the energy is transferred from one component to another component, by the time what will happen? The direction of current often changes both in magnitude as well as in the direction. Okay, so here at particular instant what will happen? The current will be traveling from capacitor to inductor in this direction. In the next moment, it's clear, the direction of current changes from here to there. So often the direction also changes, magnitude also changes. Such kind of varying current is generated in the LC circuit, and there I have drawn the oscillatory current. With respect to time, the current changes with respect to time, no, in magnitude as well as in the direction. Such kind of oscillatory current is produced in the LC circuit. So this is a general function. This complete function of the LC oscillations may be already taught by your teacher. But what's our aim? Our aim is to learn how the energy is conserved. Already I have told clear. Here the energy stored up in the capacitor is called, what is this? Electrostatic potential energy. Are you clear? And this energy what is stored up in the inductor is called electromagnetic potential energy. Both electrostatic potential energy and electromagnetic potential energy both are varying with respect to time. Are you clear? Both are varying with respect to time. At some instant, the electrostatic potential energy stored up in the capacitor will be very high. As time goes on increasing, the energy value will be slowly reducing, and later, it's clear, when it is losing the energy gained by the inductor will be slowly increasing. That is, electromagnetic potential energy stored up in the inductor will be more. So here, look at the first sentence. What is given here? Energy of the system oscillates. System means this tank circuit, this LC circuit is called system. So the energy stored up in the system oscillates between electric field of the capacitor and magnetic field of the inductor. The meaning is, sometimes the energy may be in the form of electric field, that is in the form of electrostatic potential energy. Sometimes the energy may be in the form of electromagnetic potential energy. So it is varying in between electric field of the capacitor and magnetic field of the inductor. Are you clear? Two forms of the energy varies with respect to time. What is the meaning? The electrostatic potential energy also changes with respect to time, and electromagnetic potential energy stored up in the inductor also varies with respect to time. The magnitude of energy in both the two cases, they are often changing with respect to time. That is the meaning of the second sentence. But the total energy remains constant. What is the meaning of total energy remains constant? The energy stored up in the capacitor and energy stored up in the inductor, if both are added, you will get a constant value. Sometimes the energy stored up in the capacitor will be more. Sometimes the energy stored up in the inductor may be less. Sometimes energy stored up in the capacitor may be less. Sometimes the energy stored up in the inductor may be more. If you add both the two, you will get a constant value. That is the meaning of which one? This third one. the total energy of the system energy remains constant. It shows that the production of oscillatory current is clear. At the time of production of oscillatory current in the LC circuit, when the energy transformation taking place, by the time which law is obeyed, the LC oscillations know that the LC oscillations taking place in the LC circuit that obeys law of conservation of energy. What law of conservation of energy says? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. One form of energy will be transformed into another form. Here also look at that the electrostatic potential energy is converted into electromagnetic potential energy. It shows that one form of energy is transformed into another form. That is the first thing. Second thing, the total energy of the system remains constant. Whatever may be the type of energy, if you calculate the total energy of the system, that value will be always a constant. So this is the introductory explanation about the conservation of energy in LC oscillations. Now what we are going to do, we are going to learn three different cases. Are you clear? In three different cases, we have to prove that the energy is conserved in all the three cases. Energy is conserved means the energy is constant, total energy of the system is remaining constant. That should be proved now. Okay. Now you should know the formula to calculate the total energy of the system. How to calculate the total energy of the system? Total energy of the system means LC circuit. That can be calculated by adding two kind of energy stored up in the capacitor and inductor. So here in within the capacitor, when it is charged, that energy will be called as electrostatic potential energy, that is in the form of electric field. Are you clear? Therefore, it can be called as U is the symbol for energy. Therefore, we can use the symbol UE. So, this is the energy stored up in the capacitor. Are you clear? You should know the name of the energy also. This is to be added with, we are calculating the total energy now. This is to be added with the energy stored up in the inductor. The name of the energy which is stored up in the inductor is called electromagnetic potential energy. This is in magnetic form. Are you clear? So the such kind of energy is stored up in inductor, that is in L. Are you clear? This name of the energy can be called as UB. UB is a symbol for electromagnetic potential energy. So on the whole, the total energy U, that can be written as UE plus UB. So in simply this expression can be written. The energy stored up in the capacitor, for that the formula is Q square. We can use small q. Are you clear? Q square divided by 2C is the formula. Already in first lesson we have learnt, is it clear, how much amount of energy is stored up in the capacitor. Q square divided by 2C is the formula to calculate the electrostatic potential energy stored up in the capacitor. That is to be added with the energy stored up in the inductor. For that the formula is half Li square. Here L is nothing but the inductance value. Are you clear? I square is the peak value of current, clear, which is induced in the circuit. Q square divided by 2C plus half Li square is the formula. So this is the formula that one gives you the total energy in the system, total energy stored up in the LC circuit. This formula is essential for learning the three different cases. Understood? Now we are going to learn the case 1. So in case 1, how to start with? Here we have to assume that the capacitor is fully charged. So we have to write it as capacitor is fully charged. Are you clear? It is charged fully. Okay. So by the time maximum amount of charge will be stored up. The maximum amount of charge stored up in the capacitor can be called as capital QM. Are you clear? So when it is fully charged, what will happen? The current which is passing through the inductor, the current which is induced in the inductor will be equal to 0. Now how to calculate the total energy? U is equal to, already I have told, U E plus UB, what is the formula? Q square divided by 2C plus half Li square is the formula. So here instead of Q substitute Qm square divided by 2C plus half L instead of current, there you have to substitute 0 square. So on the whole, the total energy expression, that one becomes Q square divided by 2C. This factor becomes 0. Look at here, the total energy of the system, its magnitude is calculated. The total energy of the system is calculated. Its expression is Q square divided by 2C. That is obtained, so clear, only from which part? UE part. Are you clear? So the total energy, that is fully in the form of electrical in nature. This is stored up in the form of electrical in nature. Are you clear? Electrical energy is stored up. Actually, electrostatic energy, electrostatic potential energy is stored up. Are you clear? So this is electrical in nature. Understood? But the amount of energy stored up in the system is how much? Q square divided by 2C. The same value that is to be proved in the remaining cases also. Are you clear? In still two more cases are there. In other two expressions also, we have to obtain the same expression in the form of total energy. Are you clear? So this is the energy expression, total energy expression, clear, which is obtained in the first case. Okay. Now we are going to see the second case. In the second case, we have to prove that how the energy is conserved in the LC circuit. Now we have to imagine that the capacitor is completely discharged. So how to start with? We have to write the sentence as written here. Capacitor is fully discharged. Capacitor is fully discharged means all the charges are completely left from the capacitor. When all the charges, when they are passing through the inductor, maximum amount of current will start to flow. Are you clear? So the charge in the within the capacitor, that one becomes 0. Q will become 0 and the current passing through the inductor will become maximum current. That can be written as I is equal to Im. There won't be any charge. All the charges, they are left free and they are flowing through the inductor in the form of current. So therefore I, that one becomes Im, maximum current. So what is the formula to calculate the total energy? Total energy in the system can be written as UE plus UB, which is equal to, we know the formula already, we have written Q square divided by 2C plus half Li square. This is a formula. So here already I have told Q is 0. Therefore, here we can write as Q square as 0 square and 2C plus half L instead of I, we can write Im square. Here, this equation, that one was already derived. That one is shown in the form of photo. Im, maximum current, is equal to maximum charge into omega. That is a formula that is given in the sideways of the textbook. Are you clear? Therefrom, you are able to get the expression for omega. Omega is equal to 1 by square root of LC. So this is obtained from the resonant frequency expression, that omega to be substituted there. Instead of omega, we can substitute 1 by square root of LC. So now we have obtained the expression for Im. This expression Im to be substituted here. So what will happen? This factor becomes 0. Therefore, half L. Instead of Im, we can write Qm into 1 by square root of Lc to the whole square. Are you clear? So here, after simplification, this one becomes half L. This one becomes Qm square. This one becomes L into C. Are you clear? So L can be cancelled. So the final expression would be Qm square divided by 2C is the expression. So this is the expression for to calculate the total energy. In the case 1 also, we got the same expression Qm square divided by 2C. In case 2 also, we have got the same expression Qm square divided by 2C. It shows that the energy is conserved. There is no change in the energy. The energy is constant and its magnitude is given in terms of Qm square divided by 2C. Are you clear? So here, this form of energy is completely in the form of magnetic energy because all the energies are stored up in the form of inductor. Therefore, the total energy will be in the form of magnetic energy. Are you clear? Now we are going to see the third case. In the case of third case, we are going to learn how the energy is conserved in the intermittent case. Sometimes what will happen now, when the charges are, when they are slowly discharged, some amount of charges may also be here, and in the meantime current also may be flowing through the inductor. So in those cases, we have to calculate the total energy. How to calculate the total energy? That can be calculated by partially stored up electrical energy and partially stored up magnetic energy. Are you clear? So that partially stored up electric energy can be written as UE and partially stored up magnetic energy can be written as UV. So both are partially stored up. Some amount of electrical energy may also be there, some amount of magnetic potential energy will also be there. Therefore, it should be called as partially electrical and partially potential. Both are, if both are added, you will get the total energy. So here the total energy is a sum of these two. What is the general expression? Q square divided by 2C is the expression. That is the energy stored up in the capacitor. What is the another formula? Half L I square is the energy stored up in the inductor. So instead of Q, look at the Q expression. This is the instantaneous charge stored up in the capacitor. That is in which form? Cosine form. Q is equal to Qm cos omega t. So instead of Q, there you have to substitute Qm cos omega t. I am going to substitute Qm cos omega t to the whole square divided by 2C is the expression. After that, half L. Here look at the expression here. We know that current is nothing but dq by dt. Rate of flow of charges is called current. Here one negative symbol is there. That negative symbol, it has got its own significance. It shows that the charge in the capacitor decreases with respect to time. Therefore, that negative symbol is there. Instead of Q, substitute this Qm cos omega t. After differentiation, you will get minus sin omega t. Again, omega t to be differentiated separately, you will get omega. So, this two negative symbol, both will be cancelled and you finally will be getting Qm omega sin omega t. So, this is the expression for current. This expression for current to be substituted here. Instead of I, substitute Qm omega sin omega t to the whole square. Now after squaring, the expressions can be obtained like this. Qm square cos square omega t divided by 2C can be written plus here already half L is there. This is to be squared. Qm square omega square sin square omega t is the expression. Here look at the expression in both the two cases. Here that omega, instead of omega square we can write, already from resonant the frequency expressions we have got that omega is equal to, omega square is equal to 1 by LC. So this is the expression. Are you clear? From resonant frequency we have got the expression. Instead of omega square substitute 1 by LC. So here the next expression we can write Qm square cos square omega t whole divided by 2c can be written half L Qm square omega square. Instead of that we can write LC, exactly that could be written in the denominator, sin square omega t whole divided by LC can be written. One L can be cancelled. What is the common factor in both the two cases? In both the two cases we are getting the common factor as Qm square divided by 2c. Look at the rest of the factors. Cos square omega t plus sin square omega t is the factors which are available within the bracket. So this is the expression that gives you the total energy. We know very well that cos square omega t plus sin square omega t value is 1. So ultimately you will be getting Qm square divided by 2c. So this is the expression, that is the final expression of energy. Even in the third case we have obtained the same expression which was obtained in the case 1 and case 2. Are you clear? In this third case the energy stored up, here also there also energy is stored up. So the total energy is the sum of which two? Partially electrical energy, partially potential energy. Both the two energies are available in third case. Partially. There if both are added, the total energy will be again Qm square divided by 2c. So in all the three cases we have proved that the total energy of the system, the total energy stored up in LC circuit, it is remaining constant. May be asked in essay question or in 3 mark. Very important one, very interesting one also. Okay, thank you.